Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a recipe for the holidays. So this recipe that I'm making today maybe isn't necessarily for the holidays, but we always have it at the holidays at my granny's house, who makes like heaps and heaps and heaps of this every single year. It's called trash. Now, when I tell people, oh, I'm making trash, they probably look at me like, what the heck are you talking about? Especially if you're not from Texas, because a lot of people call this Texas trash. So just bear with me. If you try this recipe, let me know how it goes, because it's one of my favorites. And definitely, my little sister, who's probably watching this, she eats so much of this that my granny actually sent her with a batch of it for school for the first semester. So I don't know if she ate it all in the first semester, probably because she loves it so much, but let me teach you how to make trash. Okay, so for this recipe, you're going to need 3 cups of corn Chex, 3 cups of wheat Chex. Now, there weren't any wheat Chex at my Walmart, so I just got wheat squares. It's the same thing. 3 cups of rice Chex, and then also you're going to need 2 cups of pretzels. You can use pretzel sticks, you can use these are pretzel snaps, you can use the regular twisted pretzels. It doesn't really matter. You're also going to need 2 cups of mixed nuts. Now, they do have several types of mixed nuts. You can get like the deluxe mixed nuts, which have hazelnuts in them, but we don't need hazelnuts. We only need cashews, almonds, and pecans. You're going to need 1 to 1.5 sticks of butter, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Does anybody else have a problem saying that word? 6 to 12 dashes of Tabasco sauce, 3 cloves of garlic minced, 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt. Lastly, you're going to need 2 to 3 cups of Cheerios. I like a lot of Cheerios in my trash, so I'll be putting 3 cups. To start out, you're going to want to preheat the oven to 250 degrees. This will be for later on. Then you're going to want to take a large bowl and dump in your cereals. So your 3 cups of rice Chex, 3 cups of corn Chex, 3 cups of wheat squares, 3 cups of Cheerios, 2 cups of pretzels, and your 2 cups of mixed nuts. That's a lot of cereal and things to munch on. I may have to move this into 2 bowls, which is totally fine. Next, in a microwave safe bowl, you're going to put your 1 stick of butter. It does not need to be melted when you first put it in there, because you're going to put this in the microwave with all of the other wet ingredients, so they kind of mix together as the butter melts. 1 stick of butter, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 3 cloves of garlic minced. That adds up to about 1.5 teaspoons of minced garlic. 6 to 12 dashes of Tabasco sauce. I don't like mine super spicy, so I'm only going to do 6 dashes of it. But feel free to add as many as you would like. And then lastly, you're going to add a teaspoon of Lawry's or any kind of seasoned salt. I know I said wet ingredients are going to go in here. This does count as a wet ingredient, even though it's not wet. And that's going to be a teaspoon. Now, it's okay not to stir this because your butter is going to melt. So once your butter has melted a little bit, then you can pull it out and stir it before you put it back in. Just check it a couple times while it's in the microwave. So now there's a couple more chunks of butter, but they're not too big, so I'm just kind of stirring until they are completely melted. And then I'm going to pour this over my dry cereal and mix it as I'm doing so. So I'm not going to pour all of it in at once. I'll pour in a little bit, mix, pour in the next amount, and mix. So I did decide to put them in 2 different bowls, just because once I start pouring in everything and mixing, I don't want it to get everywhere and be crazy. I'd rather have 2 bowls ready to go and it not be as messy. baking sheets with parchment paper. I could probably fit it all onto one pan, and you can if you need to, but I want to make sure that it's all kind of laid out and bakes evenly. So I'm going to split these 2 bowls of our recipe onto these 2 baking sheets and then put them into the oven. So now I'm going to put these into the oven next to each other if they'll fit. Yes. I'm going to put them into the oven for 1 hour and 15 minutes, but I'm going to pull them out and stir them every 15 minutes just to make sure everything's coated evenly. Oh no! This one's going to have to go in this next rack sideways.